This was never just a car crash. And now, the most explosive piece of evidence yet has surfaced, something even the police didn't know existed. A second phone. Hidden. Untouched. Untraceable. Until now. Because Diogo Jota, the Liverpool star who died in a fiery, high-tech ambush on a remote Spanish highway, left behind more than just grief. He left behind a message. A digital cry for help. A final voice recording that investigators say could blow this entire case wide open. Stay with us, because what's on that phone changes everything. And once you hear his words, you'll never look at this case the same again. For nearly a week, police assumed they had recovered every device Diogo Jota owned. His iPhone was destroyed in the crash. His smartwatch signal had gone dead. And his iCloud backups were wiped 3 days before the accident. But in a stunning turn of events, a golf bag left in his villa outside Porto held something no one expected. Inside a side pouch, zipped shut, behind a rain jacket and 2 energy bars, was an old, jailbroken iPhone SE. Covered in dust. Still powered off. It wasn't linked to his iCloud. It wasn't logged into WhatsApp. And it didn't even have a SIM card inside. But what it did have was terrifying. Once forensic experts booted it up and bypassed the local passcode, they found an encrypted audio folder labeled, "If I don't make it." The voice note inside is just over 1 minute long. Timestamp, June 30th, 11:03 p.m., just 3 days before the crash. And it begins with a heavy exhale, followed by a quiet voice, clearly shaken. "I don't know who's watching this. But if I'm gone, it wasn't an accident. They've been following me for weeks. My calls are acting strange. My car, the system rebooted twice on its own. Root says I'm paranoid, but I feel it. I feel watched. They know I'm not flying. Only a few people do. Someone leaked it. Tell the kids I love them. Tell Dennis he's got to be strong for his brother and sister. And please, don't let her get everything. This is bigger than football." Investigators confirmed through voice authentication. This was Diogo. His final warning. His final confession. So why did he hide the phone? Sources say Diogo set up the device months ago as a backup. It was purchased in cash at a Lisbon electronics market, never activated on a network, and only used while on Wi-Fi in isolated areas, like private villas and training camps. One digital investigator called it the kind of phone you use when you know you're being watched. The audio file was set to auto-delete if not accessed within 7 days, but it remained intact only because the phone was never powered on after his death. A miracle, or something more? The discovery has rocked the family, and fractured the narrative. Jota's brother, Andre, who survived the crash, reportedly broke down when investigators played the audio for him. A source close to the family says he whispered, "He knew. My God, he knew it was coming." But perhaps most unsettling is the response, or lack of response, from Ruth Ferreira, Diogo's wife. Authorities confirm she was not informed about the second phone's existence until hours before this video was recorded. When shown the transcript, she reportedly went silent, and requested a lawyer. Why? Why no shock? Why no outrage? Why the sudden shift to legal protection? As of now, the contents of the secret phone have been submitted to Interpol and Europol as part of a digital terrorism probe. Cybercrime analysts say the recording proves Diogo believed he was under surveillance. He suspected someone close to him had leaked his location. He feared his death would be ruled accidental. And he wanted someone to protect his children from whoever would profit from it. Meanwhile, A Portuguese judge has just issued a partial freeze on the $130 million in life insurance payouts, pending further investigation. And the reason is simple: premeditation. If this wasn't an accident, if Jota knew he was going to die, then everything changes. Forensic teams also uncovered a deleted email draft on the backup phone, titled "Confidential, June Hack Timeline." It outlined dates, suspicious logins to his iCloud, unauthorized Apple Pay attempts, and system malfunctions in his Lamborghini, all beginning after a family trip to Dubai in early June. That's when, sources now confirm, Root attended a private tech gala, an event also attended by executives from a shell company now under investigation for building the AI spike weapon used in the crash. Coincidence or conspiracy? This isn't just shocking. It's devastating. A father knew he was being hunted. He feared the people around him. And instead of calling the police, he recorded a goodbye. Because even he wasn't sure who to trust. There's something haunting about a man who prepares for his own death, not in fear, but in love. Diogo Jota wasn't just scared, he was protecting his children. He left behind breadcrumbs, warnings, silent signals that he knew the game was rigged. But in that final message, it wasn't revenge he asked for. It wasn't justice. It was for someone, anyone, to protect his kids. To make sure they'd be safe. That they'd remember their father not for how he died, but for how much he tried to live. This isn't just a football story anymore. This is a human story. A story of betrayal, surveillance, digital warfare, and a father's final fight to keep his truth alive. The phone has spoken. Now it's our turn to listen. Before you click away, please, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This story isn't over. In fact, it's just getting started. Every day, new evidence is surfacing. New voices are speaking out. And behind the scenes, investigators are piecing together a digital crime that could shake the sports world for years to come. We're not just covering headlines, we're diving deep, connecting the dots, and exposing the truth that others are too afraid to touch. By subscribing, you won't miss a single update, from encrypted phone recordings to financial trails, hacker movements, and upcoming international arrests. If you've been following this case, you know how fast it's moving, and how dangerous the truth really is. We're here to document every twist, every leak, and every whisper of justice for Diogo Jota. So hit that button. Be part of the team uncovering what really happened to a man who was more than a footballer. He was a father, a brother, and a victim of something much bigger than any of us imagined. This isn't just about views. This is about truth. And we need you on this journey.